Be ready. Start. Learned counsel for the petitioners submits that since the petitioners were in constructive possession of the subject property through Srimati Rani till her death and in physical possession till they were dispossessed on 31 2007, they were entitled to restoration of possession of the subject property under Section 6 of the Specific Relief Act 1963. Per contra, the case of the respondent is that neither Srimati Swarnakanta nor the petitioners were ever in physical possession of the subject property, and even their adoption is disputed. It is contended that the allegation that it was adopted in 1947 prior to enactment of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 is ex facie not correct, as there was no custom of adoption of a female child prior to 1956 Act, and as such Srimati Swarnakanta could never have been adopted in 1947. Further, it is contended by learned counsel for the respondent that petitioners had come to the subject property only after the demise of Srimati Rani on 19/1/2007 for mourning, and as per their case stayed till 31/1/2007 when they were dispossessed. Learned counsel submits that casual possession does not translate into a settled possession as required under Section 6 of the Specific Relief Act, and the trial court has rightly held that since the petitioners have failed to show that they were in settled possession of the subject property, the suit filed by the petitioners has rightly been rejected. Learned counsel further submits that Srimati Rani had transferred the subject property by execution of the sale documents in favor of the respondent, and a respondent had filed a suit for injunction against the petitioners based on the said documents, in which a counterclaim was filed by the petitioners challenging the said documents. It is submitted that the counterclaim has been dismissed by a judgment on the same date, and petitioners have failed to appeal against the said judgment, and as such the challenge of the petitioners to the title of the respondent has been decided in favor of the respondent and would operate as res judicata. Trial court in the impugned judgment has held that petitioners have not been able to show that they were ever in possession of the suit property. The petitioners have not been able to place on record anything to show that the petitioners had ever asserted that they were in constructive possession of the suit property, and have not been able to show any material on record that they were ever in physical possession of the suit property, or that Srimati Rani had accepted or acknowledged the constructive possession of the petitioners. It does not help the case of the petitioners. Same does not translate into a settled possession. The crux of the matter is that a person who asserts possessory title over a particular property will have to show that he is under settled or established possession of the said property, but merely stray or intermittent acts of trespass do not give such a right against the true owner. Settled possession means such possession over the property which has existed for a sufficiently long period of time and has been acquiesced to by the true owner. A casual act of possession does not have the effect of interrupting the possession of the rightful owner. A stray act of trespass or a possession which has not matured into settled possession can be obstructed or removed by the true owner even by using necessary force. Settled possession must be 1. Effective, 2. Undisturbed, and 3. To the knowledge of the owner or without any attempt at concealment by the trespasser. There cannot be a straitjacket formula to determine settled possession. Occupation of a property by a person as an agent or a servant acting at the instance of the owner will not amount to actual legal possession. The nature of possession of the trespasser is to be decided based on the facts and circumstances of each case. Clearly, petitioners had not been able to show that they were in settled possession or long possession of the suit property. The contention of learned counsel for the petitioners that trial has also returned a finding of ownership qua the property and thus has travelled beyond the mandate of section 6 of the specific relief act is also not sustainable. In view of the above, I find no infirmity in the view taken by the trial court that petitioners have not been able to establish that petitioners were in settled physical possession of the suit property or entitled to any relief or restoration of possession under Section 6 of the Specific Relief Act. The petition is accordingly dismissed with no order as to cause. Thank you.